Let's get the wheel spun and see what our first challenge for the night is. No hit Dabby. I would have preferred stone only. Oh well. And where did they put that? Oh, this is horrible. Hey Ewing, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It was a normal, standard work day, nothing too exciting, but my youngest daughter went to bed early, so that's a plus. Unfortunately, it's given us no-hit Dabby, which is very unfortunate. Part of me is tempted just, well, no, I'm not going to intentionally take a hit. That goes against the spirit of the whole spirit of the challenges. Almost took one there. See, now I've got a decision to make here, too. Once this cabin is cleared... Actually, no, Debbie started over there, so maybe we'll get lucky and there won't be someone else. Let's take a look at the layout here. Of course, Paul had to be over there. If there was no one in that upper right cabin by the cave, I could easily swing through and get the torch here. Unfortunately, there is someone there, so that's going to ruin all of that. That's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go away, Jason. And Jason's moving to the right here, so we're gonna go to the left. Now we'll go to the right. That was close. That zombie was moving a little faster. Right, maybe at very least, if he's gonna end up hitting Paul, I can at least get over there with the axe. Unfortunately, that was a horrible key spawn. Go up and down there to force the axe. Almost forgot how to do the quick torch. Hey GamePro, welcome in. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Only showing was at... Oh, that sucks. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that movie. Paul. Why? Well, I mean, I know why, because he was in the path that Jason was on. Left up. Left down. And unfortunately, he's all the way over there. Top right cabin by the lake is the worst cabin to get to in this game. Especially with the slow counselor. Are you going to be able to see it again at some other time, hopefully? That was close. Okay, at least the axe here couldn't pick up the torch, but the axe will at least do 3 bars for this battle. The axe does 2 hits for every 1 bar of Jason's health. Not as good as the torch, but significantly better than what we would have been doing. Now here Jason will move to the left, so we're going to go to the right. And hopefully beat him. This is a really stupid decision here, because I've got to hope that I can get to the lake and grab the torch before he appears. Because I'm taking, right now at this point, I'm taking the same path as he does. And I think we're safe. Uh-oh. Made it, we're in the clear. Beautiful. The worst part about these runs is always just getting to the torch. Alright, let's figure out wherever. He was on A. Is there anyone gonna be stopping him on B? Of course not. Naturally, there's no one on B. Everybody is on A now. So after he hits the kids here, he's just gonna run, unless someone moves into his path, he's just gonna go all the way around again. And we're gonna have to wait for roughly 1:55. Come on, Crow. There we go. Unless there's somebody... well, no, Debbie's not fast enough to get out ahead of him and knock someone into his path. Oh, nice! Addams Family is one of my favorite games on for NES. Where is it? Got my copy right here. Oh, I gotta take the sticker off. That's ugly. I'll have to get some adhesive remover there. That's the one downside to buying these from used game stores like 20 years ago. The ones now have like the adhesive that just easily peels off, and you don't have to worry about it leaving any residue on the card or anything. In the old days, you get that brittle stuff, and it's just disgusting. But yeah, getting that with the sleeve and the instructions too is a huge plus. 20 bucks is not a bad price either. Yeah, I could always... I could get up into... Like, I could almost beat the game as a kid, but there was one part where you had to... It was something with Lurch to get into the gondola. Or whatever. You needed money, I think, and then you had to give him a certain piece of music, and then this other door would open or something. Because I could do the snorkel part. It was right after that I'd always get back to the mansion and be completely stuck. Well, not stuck, I just wouldn't know what to do. And that was before we had guides and things like GameFAQs and all that. That is on my list of games to do retro achievements for, though. And ideally to learn the speedrun for. So since Jason is likely... Uh-oh. Hi, Crow, don't like it. Since there was no one... And by the time Jason... I've had seeds like this before when I'm doing slow counselor only runs, where by the time Jason gets around to B... Or by the time he gets back to A and he's going by the cave route, everyone will move back on to B, and it'll just... There'll be no one to stop him in cabins. ABBA, left, right, left, right. Yeah, I always used to... I actually played the Addams Family more on Game Gear than I did on Nintendo. We drive up to it was about an hour drive to my grandma's, and we went up there a lot on weekends, and I'd have my Game Gear, and my parents bought a car adapter for it, so I could use it in the car without going through 6 batteries in an hour. And I'd rent the Addams Family a lot. Because usually my dad wouldn't bring the Nintendo up. I think it's pretty safe to assume that he's just going to be hitting the kids here. Yep. So he'll be back on A next. Yeah, Jason has no use for $1,000,000. There we go. Nice triple on the backup. Hey, Underground, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, Slack, I wasn't there. I got to his stream about like 5 minutes after he completed the run. Because when I'm part of his Crep Club, where there's not really a lot of people that go in there and talk before he goes live, but we used to have a group of like 5 or 6 of us that would be in his chat before he went live. And I've talked to Ugly Owl about that, actually. Owl has, like, he put markers on his monitor to show him at different points where he's supposed to jump. And with Slack, he does so much muscle memory. Like, Slack is like he's like the human Taz. Like, he's incredible with things like the Jaws script, and it just like, and then it was, I think, like 2 hours after he posted the world record run, dude and one other person both topped his time that quickly. Because, like, it seems like they're just waiting for Slack and Frosted Pears to come up with something new so they can push it further. I would definitely not want to be in charge of trying to move the Voorhees house. That sounds like it'd be miserable. Or even his little shack in the woods from part 2. I still think that toilet in that thing was just for show. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, these no-hit runs are incredibly... Like, most of them, there's a margin for error, which I enjoy. With these with the no-hit wheel spins, there is no margin for error, so I basically have to be perfect the whole way through. And it's, well, just getting to the torch is when it's really nice, but... Nope. Day 2 is actually easier. Well, day 2 and 3 is easier as far as the zombies go, because they're moving at the same speed, but you have to be careful not to jump over them. I've made that mistake before. I think it was on day 3. I jumped over a zombie and it turned and I walked right into it. Yeah, well, not frequently. For a streamer of my size, it's good to have a kind of a core game. And Friday the 13th is a game I'm very good at, and it's nice. People seem to enjoy me playing it, so... I am trying to get... I'm having some issues getting my... I've got a system that I think will work to let me do play retro achievement games on my TV. The only issue with that is that my Elgato, I have to use my Elgato capture card, and it's having issues with the audio, so I haven't been able to fully figure that issue out yet. Like, last night I was gonna try to do G.I. Joe. That's actually the only Nintendo game I like more than this one. and, well, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, not G.I. Joe, The Atlantis Factor. But I could not get the audio to do what I wanted it to. It kept, like, cutting out and doing these weird little things, so I've got a... Hopefully my Elgato just isn't broken, because that's kind of key to the whole thing about doing retro achievements on my TV. Because I didn't like doing it on my desktop when I did the Friday the 13th, when I did them for this game. Wait. Is he stopping anywhere else here? Yes, George. Okay, still one more stop, that's good. Because I didn't like having, like, a lot of the alerts didn't work and everything, didn't work right and everything then. Because they're both, the game audio and the alert audio is all going through my desktop. Unless maybe there's a way to capture the audio from a specific window or something that I just don't know of. I still want to know what he, like, yeah, whoops. Like, what was he necessarily, like, yeah, when did he learn how to do things like hunting? Like, were there enough berries and stuff for him to be all good in the woods there? There we go. Ow. Ooh, Friday the 13th, Nightmare, and Jaws. That's the LJN horror trilogy right there. And only 15 bucks. You can't beat that price point. All three of those, I know LJN gets a lot of crap, but I think this, Nightmare, and Jaws were all great. It'd be nice, like, the original, as much as I love Capcom, their version of G.I. Joe just wasn't as, I didn't think it was as good. Every character was exactly the same, whereas in the original, everyone had different stats, different amounts of health, their guns were all different. In the second game, it's just all the guns were the same, like, every character was just a different sprite and a different amount of starting health. And I thought the original just controlled better. I didn't really like the jump kick mechanic. Maybe I'd like the Atlantis Factor if I played it more. Well, I shouldn't say I hate it. I like it, I just like it more. Oh yeah, the ending of this game is... I was so disappointed the first time I saw it, because, like, is he really dead? We're not telling. Really? That's all you're gonna give me? After all that work, it was like an hour and a half playthrough when I was, I think, like 8 or 9. Getting the torch by lighting fireplaces. Oh, 10,000 games on a handheld, that's awesome. I've got a little Raspberry Pi thing called the Super Console X. That's what I'm actually going to be trying to use for retro achievements if the Elgato starts working properly. And it's one of those like 50 emulators and I think 40,000, but most of the 40,000 are just the same game in 6 different languages. Well, a month ago, awesome. It's not, I love going out to retro shops and seeing Friday the 13th out there, just know that someone else has a chance to get this game, because it's such a good game and it gets such a bad reputation. And it shouldn't. Well, I shouldn't say, they didn't explain how anything worked, and I think that was the big issue. Like, if they had actually bothered to explain anything, I think it would have been received a lot better. But since they didn't... Yeah, I know I was really surprised to find out how like, even now I've got 464 NES carts. In G.I. Joe, the original G.I. Joe is still one of the more valuable ones. And one of the more rare ones, too. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, we made it. Whew. Yeah, I got G.I. Joe as a... I thought my cart broke, like it had stopped working. Like when I did my speedruns for G.I. Joe, I did them on my EverDrive because I couldn't get the cart to work. That was while my top loader was still getting RGB modded, so I only had a front loader. And thankfully, a store about 40 minutes from here sells this. They call it Extra Life. It's this little green paste stuff. And it's what all the retro stores around here use to clean out their games before they sell them. And I use that on it, and my G.I. Joe card has worked perfectly ever since. Top loader, front loader. I still have the front loader, I just don't use it because the top loader's RGB modded. Yes, the only thing, like, it was only maybe 2.5, 3 years ago when I learned that Jason has a set route that he follows. Like, I always just thought he was moving randomly around the map. I never realized that you basically could predict where he's going. And after I found out that was such a game changer, and then I wanted to learn everything that I possibly could about how this game operates. Which led me to low percent, which led to things like the Immortal Challenge, and then the wheel, and... Oh, the lake! There is actually a way to get around that. When the timer's going, Jason will only appear if he, at 43 and 33 seconds left on the timer, assuming he isn't blocked by a zombie spawn or a crow. Like here, I'll show you. You can actually, at dusk, the crow appears right away. At night, there'll be 2 zombie spawns and a crow. Let's make it night. So here, the game wants to spawn the crow in front of you. So if you scroll in that direction, then go this way, you can have a crow on the screen, and it'll block zombies, it'll block Jason from popping up. It's a very neat trick. We call it the buddy crow. And then, yeah, at the 43 and 33 seconds, I don't think there's another time he shows up. I've done quite a bit of testing on that, but I can't guarantee there's not anything else. But I had a George-only no-hit run die with 2 battles left on day 3. Because I went into the lake right at 43 seconds and Jason popped up and got me before I could get back. So when I realized the buddy crow wasn't foolproof, I had to sit there and figure out exactly when he showed up or if there was a pattern to it, and it turns out there is. I actually do have a video, I don't remember what it's called. It's in my Advanced series, Friday the 13th Advanced series, where it goes into all sorts of detail about how to avoid Jason on the lake. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that was. Oh boy. Get away from me. Like here, we can use the zombies like that crow. Get them all spawning from that direction. That one is really close, though. Alright, made it. This will be the end of day 2 if I don't screw this up. Gotta hold the controller a little different. Not sure if you can see Lorelei is here. And she is getting between my her fur is getting in between my fingers and the controller. I wish you could damage Jason on the lake. That would be a lot of fun. But we've tried that out and like counted hits and everything, and it never worked. This is so awkward holding my controller like this around the cat. Now you gotta throw that torch, Debbie. Alright, day 3. Don't know if it's gonna finish, but usually on these no-hits, something goes wrong before before we get this far. Where was he? Was he up there? I don't remember where Jason just was. Hey Cherokee, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Seriously, where was he? This is actually a bad idea. No, I don't want to end up running right into his potential path. So we're just going to sit right here. Jason will not appear on the path in this little section. Ooh, FF3, that is my favorite game ever. Final Fantasy 3 America, 6 Japan. So someone actually just made a topic on GameFAQs on Board 8 earlier today, asking if you could play one game again for the first time, what would it be? And I was like, Final Fantasy 6. No question. Oh crap. Get back, Debbie. There's not time. We're gonna have to let a kid die. That was way too close. So was that. Holy biscuits. Too much forward momentum in the boat. I should have just forced night. I gotta remember that day 3, force dusk so you can buddy crow and you don't have to worry about any of that. Oh yeah, we have the creamy, the vanilla coconut. My oldest daughter loves it. Like, usually I like, the coconut flavor is really strong, but I still thought it was good, but not as good as my daughter does. Yeah, that was such a great era with Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI being released right next to each other. Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, if you ever have any questions about how things like the inner workings of the game, definitely ask away. I love sharing the things that I've learned about this over the years. It's such a confusing game before you know how it works. And one of my little goals is to... I know it's not really possible, but I'd love to break the stigma around this game, because so many people think it's terrible, and when you ask why they don't like it, they quote AVGN, not realizing that he makes entertainment videos. Oh, like a lot. I don't know if I've ever... I think the most long dodges I've ever gotten a row was 22. Which would still not be enough. You need 32 for, well, 32 in one battle. Well, in one fight to the death. But I could definitely try it. It's like when you... When you get to day 3, I get so paranoid. Oh, thanks. Yeah, ow, Lorelei. Yeah, I really do need to go. I have plans to do. I want to end up covering like everything this game has to offer, so I can make like a complete. Kind of like there's the. What is it, like You Can Beat Video Games has like a 40-minute guide, but some of the stuff they have is we've learned more about the game since they made their guide. And I'd like to do an updated one with all the extra stuff that we've learned. But I have no time for any of that right now. Maybe once the kids get back in school. I know one of the things I want to cover is where all the items show up on the map, because there's like little item zones that different stuff will spawn in, so like if you need a vitamin or something, you'll know right where it's gonna appear. Well, thanks for the follow, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I don't know why that alert didn't work. No, it's probably because Twitch alerts are messed up or something. Yeah, I've played through Chrono Trigger a few times. I love Toriyama's characters. I love his character designs. Especially how Magus looks like Vegeta. You can always see, like, there's some characters that look close to their Dragon Ball counterparts in, like, everything he did. Yeah, in the World of Ruin, I love the Phoenix. I don't know why I like the Phoenix Cave so much, because it's pretty difficult right when you get there. But I also like getting Locke right away, so I can... Where do you get the... I think you get the... I try to get the Cursed Shield as quickly as possible. I believe that was in Narsh, if I remember right. It's been so long since I've actually done all of that. And then I like to unlock that so I can get Ultima from there, because I like to take the sword. Uh-oh. Instead of Vesper. Oh yeah, there's so many things like that. Like well, navigating through the forest that can be a chore. I'll still, like, if I have to make sure I'm not screwing that up, I'll always pull up a little map for it. I still don't have Jason's route through the South Forest memorized either. I should. I have it written down. I followed him with save states. I was watching Shane Zell a couple days ago do original Final Fantasy solo Black Mage run. And it is, he knows so much about the original Final Fantasy. Like, I have learned so much just lurking in his chat about how that game runs, like things I never knew existed or were part of the game. Hell, it's so much fun to steal stuff with Locke. There's like not really any characters in 6 that like are hard to like either. I mean, Edgar is pretty creepy by modern day standards, but I can't hold that against him because the game was released almost, well, about, geez, was it 94? So 30 years ago? So I'm not gonna hold that part against him. I almost got hit. All these battles in and still no torch. Because the big jerk had to start over in the cave loop. Okay, 33, and go. and slow down. Yep, for the sweater, there's a lot of people that will claim it doesn't work for, it only works for girls, but it does work on anybody. It'll half the damage rounded down. So like if you normally take 5 damage for something, you'll only take 2. If it would be 7, you'll only take 3. So it's incredibly like if you can get the sweater and a torch, or the sweater and the pitchfork, you can just mash Jason down on the path like nothing. And the fun thing about getting those from Pamela is she actually has set patterns. I've actually got a guide on that too. I called that one the definitive guide to Pamela Voorhees, where I have a spreadsheet up where I wrote down all of her, like how long she takes between each dive, and how many dives she'll do at what point. So the whole battle, like everything with Pamela, can be scripted. The only difference is, like, for day 3, I always just remember 2, 3, 2, 1. That's the pattern of how many dives she does. The delays I don't have memorized, but usually I don't need those. Illumina was I loved getting that. As soon as I'd get the Falcon, was it the Falcon? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Falcon. Yeah, it was the Falcon. Setzer's was the Blackjack. The first thing I'd do once I got Shadow was I always saved Shadow. Never let him die. But the first thing I'd do was go to the Coliseum so I could get that. Ah, beans. Yeah, usually he's the one I'd use. I always called him Sabin. I know it's technically Sabin, I believe, but... yeah, he was always... usually I used Terra, Celeste, Sabin, or Sabin, whichever you want to say, and either Locke or Gogo was my 4th. Jason, I just want to get a torch. Why couldn't you do this after I get the torch? You're attacking everybody, and I just want my torch. This is very rude, Jason. I'm sitting here doing 1 bar of damage per fight with this pathetic weapon. Oh, getting water Rondo, that was such a pain. I think I want to say in the advanced version or in the later versions of the game, there was a way to get it in the World of Ruin, but that was you could miss it in the World of Balance in the original version, if I remember right. And that was just such a long trek to have to go through the Serpent Trench to get it. Oh, that was 7. I only thought that was 6. Where are the zombies? Alright, there we go. Now let's see if I can actually get the torch this time. And then remember, on day 3, just make it dusk, make it night, so you can buddy crow on the lake. Don't get cute with it. Might get the letter for... Seriously, Jason? Oh, this is so bad. He's gonna be coming back. I don't care. I'm gonna... Wait, nope. Can't. It's dusk. Nope, we're gonna try it anyway. There's gonna be a wolf. Yep. That's fine. 2 failures, so we move on. That was quite possibly the worst seed I have ever seen for a Debbie no-hit. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. I think the only way they could get Ultima was through the Esper, I believe it was called Crusader, or the Paladin Shield. Why, game? Why would you do this? The category that is even harder than no hit. So what a perfect game is no counselors can take damage, active or inactive. So when a counselor is getting attacked, you have until there's 20 seconds before they'll start to take passive damage. If they take passive damage, you lose. No kids can die. So it's basically no damage. Jason gets kicked out of Camp Crystal Lake, and you don't even have to break out the first aid kit. You don't need a band-aid or anything. As far as I'm aware, at least, the only people that have a perfect game on record are me and D-Tysonator. And D-Tysonator's done multiple ones with just rocks. I mean, he is incredible. One of these days I will try to do a stone-only perfect game, just because I want to... I know I'm capable of it, it's just putting everything together. But yeah, like, it's unfortunate that D-Tysonator is, like, he played this, oh man. He did all this stuff, like, 10, 15 years, well, not 15 years ago, but it was, like, 10 years ago. Like, he's the guy, if you've heard of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out Blindfolded, that was D-Tysonator, was the first one to do that. Like, he's absolute legend. And I would love to talk this game with him. I wish I would have known about him before I started doing low percent, because I spent almost 3 weeks doing save state practice, trying to figure out how to dodge Jason on path fights. And I could have just looked at his perfect game videos and saw how he did it, and I found his a couple weeks after I learned low percent. But yeah, if you want to see a beautiful run, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube somewhere, or at least it was, because that's where I had initially saw it. It's like a stone only, no hit, no damage. It's just incredible. And he does it in like 30 minutes too. Okay, so he should be attacking Noodles, unless she moved after the fact. Thing you have to watch out for here is, oh, that's right, item spawns. Where's Mark? I did this all wrong. Item spawns are your worst enemy in this category. Because you can be on a path fight trying to avoid damage, and then boom, a knife appears right in front of you. And we don't like that. Because then you're not only, I mean, you can pick up the knife, but then you have to get another torch. So if you want to try to avoid that, not only are you dodging Jason on a path, you're also trying to dodge the knife. Which makes it so much worse. Now we know that Jason will be heading to the kids. See, I should have picked up the initial torch with Mark and passed it to Chrissy. Because Chrissy has a much better throwing arm than Mark. Like, see how Mark has the kind of the rainbow arc? It doesn't go as far. Shoot! I just spawned items with Mark. That was really dumb. I don't know what I was thinking there, but that was incredibly stupid. I was talking about, why did you move, Mark? I needed you over here. Oh, that was so dumb. Well, now since we still have to deal with item spawns, we're gonna switch to Chrissy because she's got a much faster and farther throwing arm. Hey Gunslinger, welcome in. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Aside from me being really stupid, things are going great. Okay, no kids dead, no passive damage. We've got the torch, gonna have to deal with knives. That's my own fault. I mean, I suppose I could try to get Jason to... I could try only to do path fights in areas that don't have knives. That is not the right crow. I thought I didn't finish scrolling the screen. There we go. Oh, crap. Hurry up. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Go, go, go. Whew. You have 20 seconds before the counselor will start taking passive damage. And I screwed up the first attempt at the buddy crow there, so I was running pretty... Well, no, there was still 6 seconds left, but... Do I chase him into the woods and risk a knife? This is day one, it's fine. Uh-oh. Lorelei, not now. Lorelei. Uh-oh. There's probably going to be a knife that pops up over here. Oh, that was close. Thought I was going to take that axe in the back. Oh, a vitamin. That's... Why am I grabbing that? This is a perfect game. If I get hit at all, it's run over. Okay, day one. Complete. Come here, Lorelei. Come on. You don't need to walk. You don't need to walk by the top loader. You can come over here. I don't know if her meowing is getting picked up on the mic or not. Come on. She was sitting there standing on the top loader, which has a very easy for cats to press reset button. Yeah, over here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's weird, like, Lorelei loves to be on camera, she loves to be over here. Zelda, if I try to pick her up and hold her up like this to the camera, she will stare at the floor, and then she will jump down. Yeah, for some, it's weird like that. Some cats, if they hear you talking, they always think you're talking to them. And here's Lorelei chasing after Freddy when I was trying to play A Nightmare on Elm Street, while chasing after Freddy's hand. Okay, good. Laura's there. Actually, this is a good spot. Shouldn't have to worry about knife spawns until he gets way over here. So we're gonna take Paul. Not get hit. Yeah, I think they wanted to work Pamela in some way, and I love having her be like the optional boss like that. You don't have to fight her if you don't want to, but you get... I mean, the sweater and the pitchfork are both amazing. Oh, no. Where's Chrissy? We're going for it. Come on, Chrissy. Nope. Can't do it. I shouldn't have tried to bring Paul over there. No, I missed out on a cabin fight with the torch. Just making this harder on myself. And I have to play as Laura now. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is a stretch with vitamins, but there will be a knife when we get closer to the North Forest. But I think I'm going to break away from him at that point. Uh-oh. That was close. I think that was 3, 4, 5. Rats. Got him. Yeah, I can't remember, unless you count where Jason was in the 2009 remake. Was there even a cave in any of the Friday the 13th movies? I don't know why, but I love when he appears in this little section. Why? And I'm not going to be able to catch him going into the lake. Why did I go this way? This is the long way. I mean, going into the forest. Definitely the long way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the tunnels in 2009. And I didn't even know if I'd consider those caves. Okay, I was jumping there to test to see if there was a knife spawn here. Thankfully, I grabbed this when I got the torch, otherwise that would have been run over. This will be a fight to the death. Then he's heading straight for the kids. Alright, day 2. I've only got, I think, 4 or 5 perfect games in my life, so this is getting spicy. Alright, I know where he's going. I shouldn't be doing this. It's day 3. Last time I tried this, I had a momentum issue where I went right into a zombie. Okay, we're fine. Of course, I've still got to get out of the lake after this. And he was just on B, he'll be on A next. Actually got to get this fight, though. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. I mean, I feel very confident in cabin fights. Doesn't matter what day it is. I feel like I should never be taking a hit. If I do, it's completely my fault. Got him. All right, 3 battles to go. So paranoid about these zombies right now. Beautiful. Yep. Yeah, there's 4 battles per day max if you've got the torch. Ooh, knife. Oh, I don't think there's a knife on this path up until we get to the... Oh, there's going to be one by the cave, though. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him quick enough for 2 rounds before that knife appears on the... Because doing a day 3 path fight with the knife on the screen is... It's... Unless the knife is in the perfect place, it's a run killer for a hitless. Well, I guess it's technically not. I could just grab the knife. I'd have to do 4 times more damage to him, but the run would still be alive. For me, my favorite Friday movie is 6, and then probably 2 and 3. 6, I just think after 5, Tom McLaughlin really saved the series with 6. They had actually the first movie where they had kids at a summer camp, and just it was funny. Like everything they did was just really well done. But, like, to me, Chris and Ginny are the 2 best final girls, which is probably why I like 2 and 3 a lot also. I think this game was originally supposed to be based more off of part 4. Because, like, well, I don't know, there's a beta version where Tommy's a playable character. But that could have been well, no, this is 89. I don't think when was part 6 released? I should know that. Yeah, like in the beta version, I originally thought it was an archery range, but they actually had a graveyard kind of... You see those trees on the bottom left? There was another path that led into what I think after looking closer is a graveyard. And, oh, Shredder, welcome in. I don't know if I said that. That short-term memory, terrible. Yeah, hope your night's going well. Lorelei, we got 2 more fights left. Oh, jeez. Son of a... Nope. Couldn't get her out. Couldn't do it with the knife there. Well, we'll see if we can do a one-hitter. Knife spawns ruin everything. I almost had that too, but I don't think there was a way to get to... You can't do like a short hop or anything. But a one-hitter's nothing to scoff at, especially with the knife in the way. Oh, thanks for the GG's, Gunslinger. Yeah, that's true. Every weapon except the torch was used. Hey, CRPG, welcome in. Hope your Wednesday's going well. I mean, we probably could have Kevin Bacon added in a ROM hack. Oh, hey, Josh, welcome in. Thanks for the GGs. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, part 5, okay. Well, technically, since it's the wheel, we do get 2 shots. So I'm gonna do this one this... Why do you put Mark way over here? Let's try to get a slightly better seed. That'll work. If I would have had no item spawns and I wasn't an idiot, that would have been easy. That knife wouldn't have appeared in the last battle. Everything would have been well. But because I'm dumb, maybe things would have been a little different. Like, Mark could have thrown a torch, had it land at Jason's feet. Because Mark's got a Laura quality throwing arm. Alright, so let's kick him out of here. Kick him out of George's cabin. I can't believe I just got hit on a day 1 cabin fight. That is pathetic. Oh yeah, the ads always pop up at the worst time. I know Twitch started doing something where it's like... Oh, hey Kyoto, welcome in. Thanks for the jump scare. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Like, one of the ad things I actually like that Twitch does is it's like a little... Like, it's a side panel that just pops up there. And it doesn't... You can still hear everything. You still get the full gameplay. You can still interact. It doesn't block chat. It just puts up a little ad on the side. It's like a normal website ad. And that would be so much nicer. Oh yeah. New challenge. Hopefully it's not Immortal, because that's so long. Really? We go from no-hit Debbie to perfect game to no-hit Paul? Oh, the wheel hates me tonight. I think I was 11 or maybe 12 when I watched my first movie. Friday movie. Oh yeah, we can do a quick Laura kill and then reset. That's right, I did owe Laura death from last week. If I don't, at least hopefully they end quick. I'd like to finish a challenge, though I'll give myself half a point on that perfect game. Because the knife spawn ruined that. There. And which one does it give us?
Killer, Mommy. Killer.
Wow, that Killer Mommy Killer was timed perfectly. It, like, right when the ship blew up. I still think this is the one I'm most proud of. Is that one. Oh, I'd love to get like an original Friday poster. I've got a lot of horror, like I've got a lot of signed pictures and like I have and like various horror things from mainly Halloween and Friday the 13th. And well, my 2 coolest pieces are from A Nightmare on Elm Street. My favorite final girl will forever be Nancy Thompson, and I have a Freddy glove and a Nightmare 1 script that are both signed by Heather Langenkamp. because Nancy is the best. No buzzer yet. That's a little bit terrifying. So I've had this before where I think everything's going well and then Jason appears in the forest. Because if he's on B and there's no one blocking him, he will be on this, he will run in through this path. And that's always really disappointing. You think you got your torch, you think you think you're all ready, you're gonna get the torch, and then only Mark and Chrissy can avoid damage on path fights. Alright, we're gonna get it. Alright, got the torch. Why did I go up a second room? It's beautiful. I don't even remember what the original Friday poster looked like off the top of my head. Oh, the Simon Hawke novels? I've never read the first one, but I did read the novels for 2 and 3. Because I ran some, well, I still technically have them, parody accounts for some of the characters from Friday 2 and 3. And I wanted to fill in, I wanted to use the novels to fill in things for their backstories that I could work into posts and kind of make the characters feel more alive. There was the added scene where Ted was talking about how to discipline kids at camp, and it just like freaked out Ginny. That was, I wish would have been in the movie. I would have loved to see Stu Charno actually saying those lines. You probably I wonder how difficult that would be to do, just to do a graphic swap and put Laura in place of the zombies. Which direction is he coming from? Okay, so he's on A. He must have started just outside of the cave loop. Yep, there we go. And it's dusk. No, Crow. Yeah, I don't know how many people wrote Friday novels, but I had the Simon Hawke ones. Got him. So he'll be on B next. We've got our torch. There we go. All right, one battle down. Didn't they go into like the backstory of Elias in like graphic novels or something like that? Uh-oh. I thought I remembered them saying something about that in Crystal Lake Memories. Or maybe it's they just had the storyboards for him in part 6 and they took that out. Because he was supposed to, like, he was paying Martin the caretaker to keep an eye on Jason's grave or something like that. Wait, what? Maybe, should she just move here? We're gonna kick her out and see. That is not the cabin I wanted you to go to, Chrissy. Well, now we're gonna find out if Jason's running all the way around the map, because he still hasn't encountered a counselor yet. So people could have moved around, which is causing me to not know exactly where he is yet. Because the counselors do move. Seems like he should be on B, though, and if he's on B, that means that there is no one... Well, he would have stopped in this cabin, but Chrissy must have moved in there after he was already through. Oh yeah, A and B is basically... I should probably call them by cave and forest. A is, he'll go up the... You see the little path that goes from the lake loop to the outer loop? It's kind of near the top right. He'll go up there, he goes around the top of the map over to the cave loop. Then he does a circle around the cave, comes back out, goes down the south part of the map. Let's see, is there... Actually, let's go into a cabin. Maybe we can find someone in here for a landmark. Nope, of course. But he'll come back up to the cave from the bottom middle. I mean, from the... to the lake loop, then he goes to the left, and he'll always go into the kids from the left side of the lake. Then for B, he's basically going through the forest. So A is basically cave path, B is forest. He'll leave the right side of the lake, go down the path, go through the south forest, then he runs to the left a little bit to go into that bottom middle cabin. Then he goes up around the right side of the map, all the way up to the top middle, cuts through the north forest. Then when he's back in the lake loop, he goes to the left, well, left on the map we're looking at here, and attacks the kids from the left side of the lake again. Actually, I think that was the first advanced guide I did on YouTube, was explaining his move. I think it's called Explaining Jason's Movement. Because finding out exactly where he goes it's a game changer. Oh, yeah, no problem. If there's ever any questions anyone has on things like that, definitely ask away. I love sharing what I've learned about the game over the years. So I'll gladly stop and explain anything. Why? I didn't want to go in there. I was not fond of Jason Goes to Hell. I thought the start with Agent Marcus had a lot of promise. Uh-oh. How did that not get hit? I'd like to at least complete one challenge tonight, and this is going to be the last one I have time for. I think my copy of Jason Goes to Hell is just a normal DVD. Yeah, for the no-hit runs, I could do like a George or Chrissy, but I mean not George, a Mark or Chrissy, but those are a lot easier because you can do path fights. And I did take out Laura and George just because I don't need like 5 no-hit runs on here. We kept Debbie in honor of Popcorn Cannon, and Paul because we like Paul. If he's in the bottom middle cabin in the speed run, you've got the good seed. So we also like Paul. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Gunslinger. That's exactly what, like, one of my goals in life, even though it's not really something that is possible to attain, is breaking the stigma around this game. And that's exactly what this game is very underrated, and I would definitely say possibly the most misunderstood game maybe ever. Because they didn't explain anything. What the game tells you they're lying about. You don't use the torch to light the fireplaces. The manual lies to you. You're just basically thrown into this game and you have no idea what you're supposed to do. But once you've learned how it works and you learn how the game operates, you figure out what it wants you to do. There aren't many games that are more fun and more well put together than this. It was just, I'm guessing there was just a big rush in the development, or maybe they intended it to be really confusing. So it's a little more realistic to the slasher genre there. Oh, the Scream Box set. The Scream Box sets are awesome. When they first came out with the extended kills for Friday 2, that alone was, even though it was just basically the characters falling over, was worth it for that extra, like, 17 seconds. Hey Zeus, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. See, Castlevania 2 is another one. A lot of people think Castlevania 2 is like the worst of the NES trilogy. To me, it was by far my favorite of the Castlevania games. Yeah, like this is like very early survival horror, and Atlas did it well. Oh wait, let's figure out, is he gonna hit anyone over here? Sure. Okay, good. George and Chrissy. So even if they move... So let's start scrolling the screen here. See, if this was day 2, I could just walk. Day 2 and 3, the zombies move at your speed. Come on. Chris is gonna be dead by the time you get there, Paul. Like Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest lied like that person that said you have to smack your head into the cliff. People lied to you in that too, but it wasn't... Like, there were so many people in the game, and that game told you so much, where an occasional lie isn't that big of a deal. But in this game, it tells you one thing. Use the torch to light the fireplaces. The one thing this game tells you is a lie. The army break? I've only watched Jason Goes to Hell a couple times because I thought it was so bad. So I don't know that part doesn't jump out to me unless was it the part with Kane Hodder where he played where he was a soldier? Oh, okay. The cook. Oh, is that the one where they the Voorhees burgers? Oh God, we had Jason body hopping. That was just... I thought that was so incredibly dumb. I mean, if for anyone that likes it, awesome. I didn't dodge. Oh well. Okay, last chance to actually complete a run for the night. Because I have to get up in 7 hours, and I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. I don't think I've ever had a night where I haven't finished a challenge. So this could be history. Well, either way, even if I don't fail the run, even if I don't do the no-hit, I'll still at least finish the game. I can at very least finish the stream on the end screen. Oh, Friday 5? With Roy? Yeah, if I remember right, the bosses in Castlevania 2, You could basically just stun lock them, couldn't you? Oh, not a problem, Gunslinger. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. Get a good night's sleep. Enjoy your Thursday. Watch out for Laura. She's worse than Freddy. Much better to have a dream with Freddy in it than Laura. This feels like, so far, this seed is playing the same with no attacks or anything like that. Was this George last time? Well, this is kind of dumb, but... There we go, we made it. It's only dumb if it doesn't work. I'm going to assume Jason's going to the kids, yep. Yeah, that is true. Was Pinehurst even... Pinehurst was that even in Crystal Lake, or was that like an outside county? Because Tucker was the sheriff there, and in 6 he had Garrus. Garrus was awesome. I thought Tucker was kind of an idiot. I like the theory. I like the like where they had the ending making it look like Tommy was gonna become the next Jason or something. I have not actually seen any of the Maniac Cops. I didn't even know what they were until I think, was it Doc? My buddy Doc might have had a parody account for one of them. To me, Jason Goes to Hell was like a massive deuce of a movie. Okay. Okay, so if Chrissy... Wait, this is the exact same seed as last time. So if I kick Chrissy out again... Yep, she moved. This is the exact same seed. So I get another crack at it. What route was he on here? Pretty sure he was on B. And I'm pretty sure I just sat around and waited and went back to the kids. So we're gonna do that again. Oh, you're kidding. That's bad. That's really bad. This is fine. It's okay. Yeah, Mayor Cobb. I ran the parody account for him for a while. That was fun. Basically, like, when you're running like a parody account for especially a minor character like that, you basically just have to look for anything and try to expand on it. And I made Mayor Cobb like the biggest idiot on the planet. That was fun. I wonder if that account still exists. Yeah, the cabins in the woods are... They're kind of like medium cabins almost. And really, the one in the South Forest, the only useful one is the one that you get the torch letter for the quick torch in the North Forest. The one in the South Forest, makes no difference. Might as well not even exist. Well, basically, unless you're chasing Jason down, you can effectively ignore the South Forest. I don't know if I gave him enough time to get out ahead. Okay, hopefully this is enough. Actually, I could have just ran next door and got another cabin fight with him. What was I thinking? He goes into large cabins, just not used to being able to get to him that quickly because Paul's one of the slow counselors. Don't do it. Bad zombie. Bad zombie. Uh-oh. Got too close. Oh well. All challenges failed. We'll still finish it. Yeah, I do like... I really like how they did them. I would have loved to see what they had planned for the graveyard. Like, yeah, there's so many little things that once you... Wait, what? I went in the cabin before Jason got here. There we go. Well, at least now that I'm not doing this, no hit because of the suck, we can do path fights. Let's see, so he's definitely going to be on A now. I should just call it cave. He's going to be on the cave route. So much nicer not having to wait around. Good job, Paul. Yeah, I never knew how to force spawn the axe until I started doing Pamela power-ups, the speedrun category where you have to beat Pamela on all 3 days. And all you have to do is go to the first path to the left in the forest, go up and down, and for some reason that makes the axe appear. That's definitely a little confusing. Like, you get there before him. Usually I don't do, like, usually I wait for the buzzer, but clearly that time I wasn't doing a very good job waiting for the buzzer. I enjoyed it, though. I had fun with that. Come on. There's supposed to be a vitamin over here. Thank you. Alright. Get rid of him here, then we can do path fights with our one vitamin. Because there's not a vitamin. Well, the next one on Jason's route will be on the right side of the cave loop. But the cave loop, it's really hard to keep up with him even if you've got a fast counselor. Paul's probably not going to do it. So what's likely going to happen is we'll maybe get 2 path fights if we're lucky. And then have to finish him in a cabin. Alright, have a good night, CRPG. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on have a good stream tonight. Hope you have a good Thursday. Well, a good day tomorrow when it is Thursday, and a good rest of the night. Yeah, that's the one of the, we call it a conga line. Hey, come back here. Jason. Sweet, got him. Get back here. Paul's getting a nice back rub. The first time I thought I beat the game the first time I finished day 1, and I was so excited. And then it said he's getting stronger, and then I ran into him in a cabin on day 2, and I died really quickly. It's amazing, like, how difficult that was as a kid versus how it is now. Where I should not be taking hits on cabin fights. There we go. Jason is getting stronger, though. He's even stronger now. Why are you over here, Paul? You know how long it's going to take you to get to that other part of the map? Actually, spare vitamins. I'll take that. See, this is the nice thing about day 2 and 3, though, is the zombies move at the same speed as you. Okay, Debbie's still there. Maybe we can catch him for a path fight. Sweet. That was a 10-hitter. That was a 10-hitter. Come on. Oh, that's right. He does go into the cave for a little bit. Oh. That's lovely. Twitch went on an ad break, so I'm just gonna wait for that to come to... Wait for the ad break to go away before we finish the run here. So we'll hold up Lorelei. There cannot be a fight. At least, we've had several people look into the code of the game, and Rossi's done the deepest dive, and he said while Jason goes into the cave, there's no actual way you can fight him there. I'm guessing they probably don't let you fight him because of the pits that you could fall in. It would be awesome to fight him in the cave, though. That was really cool when they did that in Revisited. Jason has to go... Yeah, I don't think I'd be happy if I had to do a Groundhog Day thing. Groundhog Day over and over again. There he is. So this fight should put us in really good shape with the 2 vitamins. Should be able to catch him before he leaves the cave loop. But that'll only be 17 total hits. So it's not a guaranteed 3 cycle. 18 is a guaranteed 3 cycle. Oh, I love going into Forest Cabin, and I'm like, oh look, Jason's here. Hey Dave, welcome in, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Wednesday after getting that Megalopolis in SimCity earlier today. Junkyard Dave there got Megalopolis and SimCity Super Nintendo. It was awesome to see, there was lots of stabbings. Oh boy, this was a terrible night of challenges.